class. So there are three planes of work, and that is idea plane, verbal plane, and notational plane. So let me explain what is idea plane, verbal plane, and notational plane in detail. So idea plane, idea, it is not ideal. L should not be there. You have to remove it. Okay. So ideas comes from the mind, and in mind, in Sanskrit means to think. Okay. So whenever we think any concept, then that concept we are providing it means, for example, if you are thinking something new, then you may be doing the correlation with some of the subject. Okay. So if there any new concept is developed, then how this concept will become a universe of knowledge, then how this concept will also become the universe of subject, that we have to see in the idea plane. So in such ideas, as such idea come when there is a self communication with the mind. So whenever we observe something, or whenever we means do the self evaluation, or we are communicating with the self, then the ideas are coming. Okay. So what that ideas, all ideas are coming under the idea plane. So Ranganathan and the Gopinathan said the destiny of any idea created by one mind is the minds of the others. Okay. An idea is just a thought. So here we are something communicating with ourselves, and our mind is making some thoughts, and based on that thoughts we are just relating it, correlating and relating all the thoughts, and then systematically we are presenting it. Okay. So idea is just a thought, but when it fuses with mind, it gets modified. Okay. So thoughts are coming in our mind, various thoughts are coming, but once we means go into the depth of that thought, and if we are means more thinking on that thought, then we can modify it. Once our mind will work with for that particular thought, then we can make a different type of concept. Okay. And that ideas are transferred, and that ideas are transferred through the medium of language. So whatever ideas are coming, we are making all the thoughts in the logical sequence, and based on any language or based on any medium of language, you are representing that ideas. Okay. For example, you can take that for COVID-19 vaccination. So COVID-19 vaccination, because some researcher, they have taken the means they are doing the research in depth for the vaccination, how to develop it, what will be the advantages, then how to overcome with this all these problems or bacteria of the COVID-19. So like this, they first they think it, first they think with their mind, and then whatever knowledge they exist, whatever knowledge they are having, based on that knowledge they are making a different new ideas, and with the help of the languages or any medium of language, they are representing their ideas, and then they will actually start working on the COVID-19 vaccination. So again it will be the product. So first the idea plane will be there. So for creation of the universe of knowledge, idea plane will be the first plane. Okay. So what is the importance of this idea plane? Some of the importance of idea plane are three means importance are there. Ability to arrange new concept. So once the idea thinking process will start in our mind, what happen? The ability to arrange the new concept subject in the chain for some unknown isolate are the classes. So here, once we think properly or systematically or logically, then whatever the concepts are there, whatever the subjects are there, we are preparing in the systematic way. So we are preparing in the systematic way means we are preparing the chain for some unknown isolate or the classes. Okay. So idea plane will work here for creation of the new concept or for creation of the new knowledge. Then second one is control the work in the notational plane and the verbal plane. So after ideas are coming, then we are representing it with the help of the medium of language, and then it will control in idea plane, it will control the notational plane and the verbal plane. So once idea is coming, concepts are coming, subjects are coming, knowledge are coming, then only we can provide it the verbal plane and the notational plane. Third one is the recognizes and determines the number of emerging and unknown subject and place it in order among the already existing subject. Some of the concept may not be new, okay, for one subject. So some of the concept may be new, but some of the concept is the concept which is modified, or which can we can say that it is already the existing subject within the existing subject. So it can be possible in the idea plane. Every time it is means not new concept will be generated, not new concept will be there, but whatever the exist knowledge is there, we can also modify it by the thinking process, or means whenever we thought for any concept, then we can remodify it. So this is the very important plane, and the with this plane we can generate the new concept, we can generate the new ideas. So idea plane is a preeminent, it does not manifest itself directly. Okay. Then idea plane analysis and automizes unlimited ideas. So there may be the ideas may be unlimited. Any person can think beyond their limitation also. So unlimited ideas will come. But when all the ideas may not be converted into the knowledge, may not be converted into the subject. So there should be a logical sequence, there should be a logical chain, then only the ideas can be represented properly with the help of any medium of language. Then identifies data entities about which attribute data are to be collected for use. Then it will be identify what will be the attributes data which are collected for use. Okay. So it will identify what will be the entity, what will be the other subject, what will be the other isolate, or what will be the other facet of that particular subject. Then it is the theoretic basis for the foundation of knowledge organization and the classification system. So once you want to organize the knowledge, knowledge should be created. If the knowledge is not there, then how we can organize the knowledge? So knowledge is created in the idea plane. Okay. So idea plane is very important. In idea plane, knowledge will be created, and base it is the basis for the knowledge organization and any classification system. Then it will determines the purpose and the structure of the classification system. So once the idea is generated, it may be for library science, or it may be for the social science, or it may be for the humanities, or it may be for the science subject. So once the subject is created, then only there should be the knowledge classification and the means library classification. So in idea plane, it will determine the purpose and the structure of the any classification system. So first, that's why we have first learned that what is knowledge classification. Okay. And then we have started our library classification. So once you understand the knowledge classification, then only you can understand the library classification. And in library classification, what we are doing, whatever knowledge classification is there, based on that we are only providing the class number. Okay. So here the idea plane will also help to determine the subject purpose and the structure of the knowledge classification system. Then verbal plane. So what happen in idea plane? We are creating the various type of ideas, and it will be systematically arranged based on some logical thought. It will be arranged, and then it will be represented. Okay. Now the second plane is there, that is verbal plane. So verbal plane is the second step in any classification process. It works is to express the idea in words or the term. So whatever concepts by making a thought process in your mind, that concept should be expressed. Okay. By way of any language, it can be expressed by medium of any language, it can be expressed. So once you are providing the name, once you are providing the verbal, that is called as a verbal plane. So whatever concepts we make our in our mind by way of thought processing, then we have to express it. So once you are expressing it, you are using any language, you are using any term, you are using any words. Okay, so it is the naming of ideas in order to facilitate the communication. So what here, you are communicating whatever you have thought in your mind. So whatever concepts came into your mind, you are just naming it, that ideas. You are just providing the terms to that particular ideas, and then you are communicating it. So it is the individualization of the thought content. So whatever ideas are there, that you are expressing in the verbal plane. For example, all library science ideas, okay, all library science ideas are expressed by way of library classification, by way of library cataloging, by way of library management, way of library administration, IT, application of IT for library science. So what is there? All the means ideas are there that we are expressing. So whatever the concepts are there related with library classification, that all concept will come in under library classification. So once you are providing, yes, this is the ideas or the verbal plane, means like library classification will be the verbal plane. So once you are making all the cumulating all the ideas and then expressing it, then we are expressing in the word, we are expressing by using the terms. So that is called as a verbal plane. So verbal plane, according to Berwickshires, canons consider terminology as the classification expressed in the class name or the term. Dr. S.R. Ranganathan has also defined what is meant by terminology as the system of term used to name classes or ranked isolate in a scheme of classification. So it may be difficult to understand. You just you can understand that whatever the whatever classes we have created, whatever the unitary class we have created, okay, whatever rank or groups or isolate or the classes we have created, for that we are providing only the terms, we are providing or we are defining the terms. Okay, we are providing the verbal, what that particular concept is saying. So all the concept which is related with the library science, then it will come together. And that's why all the concepts sub concepts are coming under library classification, because they are having the same characteristics, and based on that we are representing it. So in verbal plane, what we are doing, all the concepts are putting together, and that concept is given a one name, okay, or that concept is given a one term. So that is that happen in the verbal plane. So term should be unambiguous. It may be, sometime we are using the technical terms. Terms may be the popular or distinctive or the consistent. Okay. So it depends on the knowledge subject knowledge, what type of term we are using it. So suppose if we are using library classification, then that may be the technical term for library science. So here, whatever concepts are putting together, that concept should be provided the terms. Okay, otherwise how we can express what is meant by library classification? Okay, so here library classification is a term, library cataloging is a term, and we are providing all this in the verbal plane. So verbal plane, Ranganathan has given a 4 canon. I'm telling you that for each plane, Ranganathan has given a different canons. Okay. So for verbal plane, and tomorrow we can see it how this all plane, what type of canons we have to learn in all the planes. Okay. So whenever we want to devise any classification scheme, that time we have to consider all these canons, and based on these canons, then only we can divide the whole universe of knowledge into means for classification scheme, for making a different classes, for making a different groups. So Ranganathan has given for verbal plane four canons, that is canon of context, canon of enumeration, canon of currency, and canon of reticence. So that we will learn slowly, because all canons we have to repeat it, means all canon we have to see in depth. So just you just remember, for verbal plane, four canons are there: canon of context, enumeration, canon of currency, and canon of reticence. Then notational plane. So notational means you are knowing that what is meant by notation. Notation means any symbol which we are using it for library classification. Okay. So this may be the ordinal number, or which can be a helpful symbols also, and we can use all these symbols in the notational plane. So here the many notational plane canon also are there, and we can see it tomorrow. Notational plane canon. So features of notational plane: words are replaced by the symbol. If so, suppose for example we are using library classification, this is a word, this is a terms which we have given in the verbal classification, means verbal plane. Okay, but here we are not using this library classification, the term library classification directly in the library classification scheme. Or even you can take the different example like library cataloging. So library cataloging we are not using directly in for arrangement on the racks. We are giving some type of numbers, we are giving some type of notation, we are giving some type of symbols. So words are replaced by the symbol. So instead of library cataloging, you can use the symbol. It may be the numbers also, it may be the alphabets also. Okay, so 0 to 4, something like this, or for library classification, we are using 0 to 5. So words are replaced by the symbols, and these symbols have precise meaning. So not only any symbol we can use it, but it should have some array, and it should have some precise meaning should be there for that particular symbol. The artificial language of ordinal digits are helpful in arranging documents and the resources. We have seen in library classification artificial language. What is artificial language? Okay, of ordinal digital, so we have seen it. So once we use this notation, library classification, in notation means in library classification we are using the notation, and this is nothing but it is the artificial language. So instead of word like library cataloging, I am using 0 to 4. Okay, instead of using library classification, we are using 0 to 5. So that is artificial language and of the ordinal digits. So for arrangement only, for giving a sequence to the particular entity, we are providing these digits. So this is the ordinal digit. So it doesn't indicate the any quantity and the quality. Okay, so it is only the ordinal the numbers, and that will helpful in arranging the documents and the resources. And in the classificatory language, an idea is represented by the ordinal digits, and there are no homonyms and the synonyms. Homonyms and the synonyms. Okay. So in classification language, we are using the different type of ordinal digits, and only for the arrangement purpose we are using all such type of symbols. We are using all such type of notation. Okay. So in notational plane is a plane of numbers. Here we are putting the numbers. We can not only numbers, but also we are using the alphabets, alpha numbers also we are mixing it. So where concepts are represented by numbers, then main concern at the notational plane is to develop a set of ordinal digits and the rules for their usage. Yash Mishram, off your mic. Yash. Yash Mishram, please off your mic. Then advantage of the separation of the work. So why we have to separate all the planes? Okay. So why we have to separate? The role of each plane is well defined, and the conscious separation of work in the three plane allow for the fuller development of these three planes. Yash Mishram, may I request you please off your mic? Yash Mishram. Otherwise, I will end my class. Yash, if you don't want to listen, you can leave the meeting, Yash. Let others understand the concept. Okay, for today we can leave it here only, and tomorrow we can see. Only I think 2 or 3 slides were there. Yash Mishram. Okay, student, there is a disturbance from the Yash Mishram, so he is not listening. So for today, we are just finish our class here only, and tomorrow we can finish it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and you can tell your friends also, means don't disturb the class, otherwise how we can stop it. Okay. Yash Mishram, are you there? Yash.
यस मैम।
हाँ, आप नहीं सुनना चाहते हैं तो एटलीस्ट बाकी स्टूडेंट जो सुनना चाहते हैं उनको तो सुनने दीजिए। आपका माइक ऑन था। Okay, tomorrow we can continue it. I wanted to finish today only so that we can finish our syllabus. But no problem. Tomorrow we can continue our class for this, and then other concepts also we are taking. Okay. So thank you once again for joining. And from tomorrow, don't disturb the class. Okay. If you want to ask something, then we can take 5 to 10 minutes for in the online meeting also. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Tomorrow we can join it. I will end the meeting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Bye. Take care. Be safe because corona patients are also increasing day by day. So you have to take care and stay at home. Thank you.